Good morning, you guys. We are going to be making some Biscoff stuffed strawberries. So everything that you see on the screen is what you're going to need. You need some Biscoff cookie butter. You need some Biscoff cookies. You need fresh strawberries, and you need like medium to large size strawberries so that you can have room to stuff. You're going to need some type of vanilla chocolate. I use the chocolate from my local bakery supply store, but you can find chocolate on Amazon. The grocery store, you can use almond bark, whatever. You're going to need some piping tips. I use a 2A piping tip. You can find it at Walmart or Amazon. You're going to need an apple cutter. You can find it on Amazon or Walmart. A measuring cup. You can find it at Walmart or Amazon. You're going to need toothpicks. And you want to make sure that your strawberries have already been cleaned and at room temperature. Make sure that you dry them well and let them sit for a while until they're not cold or they not wet. So you want to make sure that your strawberries are at room temp. Then you're going to center your strawberries. You're going to carve out the center of your strawberries. Make sure that you put it in directly in the center, you guys. And you want to carve out a nice amount of that strawberry at the center of that berry, because you want to be able to stuff a nice amount of cookie butter inside your strawberry. So as you can see, I'm just carving out the middle, getting all that goodness out until don't go all the way through your berry. Just carve out a nice deep amount in your strawberry. This is why I say you need some nice size strawberries, you guys. You need some medium to large strawberries. Small strawberries are not going to work for like stuffing, banana pudding, cookie butter, caramel, whatever. You always want to make sure you use nice size juicy strawberries. Make sure that your strawberries are very red. That way you know that they are very sweet and juicy. When the strawberries are not as bright red, like a dark red, then they're not going to be sweet. And as you can see, I'm just continuing to carve out the center of my strawberries, you guys. And then I'm going to get some paper towel. And you need a baking mat. So once you carve out the center of your strawberry, you're going to turn your strawberry face down wherever you carved out, so you can let all that juice run out of the center of that strawberry. So let that sit for about 10 minutes, making sure it's soaking up all that good juice. You can see the little ring on my paper towel. You see how deep and nice my hole is? I didn't go all the way to I punctured the back of the strawberry. And then, like I said, I'm just letting my berries continue to dry. Then if you want to blend up your cookies in a blender, that's perfectly fine, but I didn't even feel like finding my blender, so I just put it in a nice size Ziploc bag and took something and beat on it until it got crushed to the desired that I want. So that's all I did, was crush up my cookies in a little healthy Ziploc bag, and then I set it out to the side. And make sure that your chocolate is not hot, because it would cause elephant skin. I did not let my chocolate cool all the way down, so you might get to be able to tell in the video. But you want to make sure that you melt your chocolate in 30-second increments. So once you melt it for 30 seconds, take it out, move that chocolate around. Even if it's not melted yet, you still want to make sure you're moving your chocolate around. Then you're going to take your disposable bag, get you some scissors, and you're going to cut the tip off on your bag to make so that you can put your piping tip inside the bag. And like I said, you can use a 1M piping tip. You can use a 2A piping tip. You can even use a 2D piping tip, but I chose to use the 2A piping tip. And if your cookie butter is a little too thick and it's not coming through the bag, you can always put in a microwave for 5 to 7 seconds to kind of loosen up your cookie butter a little bit. But you don't want your cookie butter running. You want it to be thick. That way when you dip and fill your berry in the center, your cookie butter won't fall off in the chocolate. So you want a thick consistency for your cookie butter. And take you like I said, a cup, like a tall cup or a measuring cup. Put your plastic in there, fold over your plastic over the top, and then take you a spatula or something, scoop out your cookie butter and put inside of your piping bag and Squeeze it on down to the bottom and set off to the side until it's time to stuff your strawberries. These were absolutely delicious. Now, if you want to be a little more fancy, after you stuff your strawberries and dip them and coat them in cookies, you can melt down some cookie butter and drizzle over your strawberries. But I wasn't doing that, but you're more than welcome to do that. See how the right consistency. Even when it comes to caramel, you guys, if you have melted caramel, you melt some caramel down, put it in the bag, let it kind of sit to kind of thicken up. You can stuff strawberries with caramel. You can stuff strawberries with banana pudding. You can stuff stuff with any type of cookie butter, peanut butter, Reese's Cup, whatever butter. You can stuff it inside a strawberry. And then you want to get you some toothpicks. I always use 2 toothpicks to stuff at the top of my berry. Make sure that you pull up the stems up against the strawberry so that your stems won't get all dirty and stuff like that. And then you're going to take a paper towel and kind of go inside of that hole and just get all the excess good juicy. You can tell these berries are very, very, very juicy. So always make sure that you pat your strawberries, give it one more pat to make sure that they're dry. And make sure that your chocolate is not hot, because anytime your chocolate is too hot, it will cause your berries or pineapples to have elephant skin. That means that you didn't give your chocolate time to cool off. And you see I'm just stuffing the cookie butter deep inside that strawberry. Then I'm going to take my chocolate, dip my strawberry inside my chocolate. And I'm finna show y'all. I think I caught it on camera. I'm not for sure, but I'm going to show y'all. You see on the side, it kind of caught like an elephant skin. And then I'm so mad that it didn't. I wasn't in camera showing y'all how to roll it. Okay, there we go. And then you're just going to roll your strawberry inside of all your cookies. Make sure you have gloves on so you can pick up some cookies and pat on top of your strawberry. So make sure that you fully coat your berry. I always do this. Make sure that you let a lot of the chocolate run off your berry before dipping. Don't be like me and be in such a rush. Don't be a bad teacher. So you want to make sure that you fully coat and be gentle with coating your berries so that your cookie butter and stuff won't kind of get smushed and it be a hot mess. So make sure that you just be gentle with this process. All you're doing is dipping your strawberry inside the chocolate, pulling it up, letting the chocolate run off of the berry, and then you just continue to roll your strawberry in the cookie crumble until it is fully coated and set off to the side. Now, when you get ready to take your pictures and your videos and you want to kind of get a clean cut when you are doing your strawberries, make sure that your strawberries are at room temperature when you get ready to cut. If you try to cut down on a strawberry that's been in the refrigerator, the chocolate is going to come off the berry. Whenever you eat any chocolate covered strawberries, or whenever your customers are buying chocolate covered strawberries, make sure that they be at room temp when they pick up, just in case they want to eat it right away, because cold strawberries will cause your chocolate to come off from the berry when you get ready to eat it. I just wanted to throw that out there. So as you can see, I'm just continuing to stuff in them my berries with that cookie butter, you guys. And you can drizzle some caramel over these bad boys. You can stuff it with caramel, like I said, and it is just so delicious. Continue to dip your strawberries, let that excess chocolate run off, and then I just roll it in my cookies. I be so impatient when it comes to rolling. I be want to go ahead and roll it, because I end up fully coating it anyway. So I just take up some excess cookies and pat it on top of my strawberry. But don't be like me. Just give it time the excess chocolate to run off. And I just continue to dip my strawberries, you guys. Even though I already showed y'all earlier in the video, I'm just going to continue to dip my strawberries, set it out to the side. And they turned out so delicious. The strawberries are very juicy. The cookie butter is perfect. I cut down the center. So delicious.